G'day guys, Josh from Yard Homestead. Well, I've had a bit of a disaster. We had a bit of spray drift from the farming around here, and it's caused a bit of damage to all my garden. So what can we do about that? At the moment, I can't really do much except for talk to the farmer for next time, and hopefully we'll be able to come to some agreement of some sort that he won't spray when it's windy, because that's what happened. They were aerial spraying and the wind was quite strong and it was blowing directly towards the house, and as a result I may have lost a couple of crops. So I'm just glad I'm behind on some of my planting, otherwise it would have been quite a few $1,000s worth of crop loss. But at this stage it's only a few hundred, which is still a lot of money. So let's talk about how we can prevent that. Well, one, we've just mentioned, talk to your neighbors and stuff, and find out if you can, like, if they'll spray when it's not windy, if the wind's blowing towards your property. Also, you can ask them to let you know in advance, so before they spray, so you can cover your crops with some tarps or some sheets. So Lynn from Homestead Oz suggested the sheets to cover the plants, and then you can wash them and reuse them as well, because our summer, or even sometimes during spring, it can get quite warm and plastic tarps will just burn the plants even further. You've got to sort of weigh up what you're going to do, but at least the sheets, yeah, they'll absorb it in and won't let it go directly onto the plants, and then you can just wash them and hang them up and use them for next time. But also you can create windbreaks as well. That takes time, growing up windbreaks, so that can take years, but that's another option, especially if you've got a large property. So you can see behind me here, there is a couple of wedding bushes here, so that acts as a bit of a windbreak in this little corner. But then I'll turn you around and you can see the rest where it's completely open. So there's the corner with the wedding bush. So most of our wind comes from this direction, the southwesterlies. So you can see all this is just open, and there's the crops right there. The farmer said that he was going to try not to spray right near the house, which is good of him. The only reason that I've been affected this time is because it was windy, and you can see, or just over there where that tree line is there, which is probably a couple of 100 meters away, that's where they were spraying, and the wind was blowing it straight back over here. So I'll show you what damage has happened now. So you can see the barley, or where the droplets have landed, and it's just started burning the plant, killing the plant, and this one's starting to really die off. So I may lose this. I have prayed over everything that it will come back, but as you can see, this one here, that one's definitely dying off. See how yellow it's got around the stems. But we learn as we go. My worst affected crop is the Anasazi corn. That really took a hard hit because it's right in the open here. It's only got these 4-foot fences that create a bit of a windbreak for low stuff, but the wind still howls right through here, all that open area. Ah, there's a little bee inside there having a bit of a clean. But yeah, you can see the damage that it's done to the corn. So this one was one of the varieties that was pretty hard to get, so I might not be able to grow this one ever again. So hopefully there is some that don't look as badly affected, so hopefully that I'll get some seed, enough for next year. But I'll take you around and show you everything else as well. Now this side wasn't as badly affected because it's protected by the big lilac tree behind me. It would have protected it a bit, and I've got the house as well that would have protected slightly. But it still has had some damage, but I think it's going to be okay here. So I'll turn you around again and show you what damage has happened here. So here's the silver beet. So you're getting a bit of an update as well as I'm going around. So yeah, you can see the leaves here where the droplets have fallen, where it's burnt. The lighting's not that flash. Let's see if I can get up in the shade here a bit better. Here we go. You can see the damage here where the droplets have landed on the silver beet. I won't use this. This will just get cut off and discarded. So I don't want to take the risk of eating that with the herbicides. So we'll go over here, and you can see the sugar beets are up now, and they've also taken a bit of a hit. That leaf has actually died right off there, and then you can see the burn marks there from where the chemical droplets have landed again. But like I said, these should come back because it's been a bit more protected. And here the corn seemed to be hit the hardest. This is the mini blue popcorn, and that's had quite a bit of burn on it as well. Not as bad as the Anasazi out the front where it was out in the open, but you can see it's a bit more protected. You got the garden shed there, the big lilac tree, and then there's a bush over there as well, Melaleuca, and then the bougainvillea. So that would have protected slightly. So eventually that's one of my things. I'll plant some more stuff that can help prevent that as well. But you can even see how it affected the lilac. This will definitely come back. These are so hardy that that's not gonna hurt that tree too much. Yeah, so we do have easterly winds as well, so they come from that way, but that fence protects a little bit for this area. Maybe possibly later, I don't know. There is a little paddock in between here, but I don't know. We'll see what I can do. Might even be able to grow, but you don't want too much shade too. That's another problem you got to think about. But yeah, you can see this corn crop here is held up a little bit better, so I'm praying that it's going to come back and produce, because this one was another one that was hard to get seed as well. Well, any seed's hard to get these days. But and the retic, you can see here, I do have a video coming up very shortly on how to do this. This stuff is absolutely brilliant, but yeah, stay tuned for that video. Okay, so the sunflowers, they're getting up. Well, they have taken a hit because they're right out in the open here, but sunflowers are pretty hardy, so hopefully they'll come back. I did lose a couple of the little ones. They probably got too much chemical on them, so they've just burnt back being so small. And that one there's taken a bit of a hit. You can see the burn marks from the chemical. so hopefully they'll come back. But you can see how open it is here, so that's gonna get directly affected. But what can I do about that? That's, yeah, a bit hard, and it's a bit hard to sort of, there's no room for any buffering crops. Yeah, so it's a bit hard out here to do much here because there's not much room. I could probably put, I don't know, yeah, row covers is a thing that you can put over, and suppose is one way. But I'm just gonna have to, I'm gonna have to work something out. But I'll keep you updated with it all as well, and see what survives and what doesn't, and hopefully we can sort this problem out so it doesn't happen again. So out the back here, I could possibly put a windbreak of some sort around here to help as well. Here, not so much really, maybe a little bit I could do across here, and that will help a bit. But there's Mocha. But like I said, that does take, you can hear the little goat in the background. Well, she's not that little, actually. She hasn't been on the video for a while. I'll have to do an update video on what's going on with the animals as well for you guys. So yeah, things like this bush here behind me, that would have saved that corner east side a bit, as a bit of a windbreak. So that's one thing I'll be planning. That would be one thing I'm planning for, is to grow some plants that I can use as windbreaks, also as chop and drop crops as well. A multi-use trees or shrubs, so they'll protect from any spray drift, any hot winds or damaging winds, and they'll also provide good compost for the plants as well. All right guys, thanks for watching, and get going, get growing, and God bless you guys.